Previously on the Bible.
Mary, you will soon give birth to a son. The Son of God.
A star shall come out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel.
I believe your son is the promised king of his people. What is his name?
Jesus. His name is Jesus.
There is one to come, greater than me. I'm just a voice in the wilderness, preparing the way for the...
Lord,
Get up and walk. This agitator from Galilee, he's trouble.
They say this Jesus has raised a man from the dead.
God will bring his wrath down upon all of us, and who knows what Pilate will do.
Sir, a Jew has been causing trouble in the temple.
You could not serve God and money.
If the disturbances that took place today are repeated tomorrow, I will shut the temple immediately.
destroy this temple and I will build it again in 3 days.
He threatens to destroy the temple. We remove this man, or the Romans destroy everything.
Execute.
Yes, the life of one peasant for the future of God's nation.
You'll live to regret this.
It'll be forgotten in a week.
My son.
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
Where were you? You were supposed to be his rock.
I failed him. Now I can't ask him to forgive me.
Mary, I am here.
Peter! Everyone! The tomb is open. He's alive.
What?
I saw him.
That's not possible.
No, I saw him.
Mary, maybe it was someone else.
You think I'm mad? Peter! See the tomb for yourself. Please.
Peter.
Now, do you believe me?
But he's gone.
Gone? No. He's back.
Thank you.
A cup. I need a cup and some wine.
What happened?
His body. His blood. the truth, and the life. No. No, this isn't real. Thomas, stop doubting. And believe. It is you. Because you see me, you believe. Blessed are those who have not seen me and yet have believed.
When the Holy Spirit comes to you, you'll receive power. The power of the Holy Spirit can be with you all wherever you are. Go into the world and preach the gospel to all creation. Peace be with you.
It's 50 days since Passover, the day Jesus was crucified. Now thousands of Jewish pilgrims come to Jerusalem for the festival of Pentecost.
Any sign of Jesus' followers?
No. I assume they've all gone back to Galilee.
Do you? Just make sure your men are ready. If they return, you have to deal with them. I cannot call upon the Romans again.
There he is. Stephen. We're glad you're here, brother. This way. We must be careful, though. They're watching us.
John, I'm glad you're all safe. It's good to see you again, Stephen. Matthew.
What form will it take? When will it come? Jesus said all we had to do is ask. I have been asking. Every day.
The Holy Spirit will come when the time is right. I think we should pray together. Our Father, who is in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come,
Your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
How can we speak those languages?
The Holy Spirit. He is with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
My brothers, come hear the word.
Thank you, sister. Thank you. Thank you.
Mary.
Thank you.
When the Holy Spirit comes to you, you'll receive power.
I don't have silver or gold, but what I have, I will give you. In the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, rise up and walk. Do you think he is healed by our power? It is through Jesus. He did not die. He is still with us. It is his power that made this man walk. Jesus did this.
Jesus did this. Jesus did this. Jesus did this. Jesus did this. Jesus did
What are they saying? They're shouting that wretched man's name again.
They say he cured the beggar.
Bring the ringleaders to me. And that lying beggar. How many have they turned today?
We think 5,000.
5,000. 5,000. Tell me, why did you think it would be acceptable to preach in the name of a dead heretic?
Jesus isn't dead. He lives.
He was executed. He is dead.
This man walks today only through the power of Jesus Christ.
Really?
He has been lame since birth.
Yes, I see. You are not allowed to speak of this beggar or your dead Messiah from this moment on.
It is the truth. We have a duty to speak it.
Duty? Duty! I have a duty to our temple, to our nation, to our God! I also have the law. I have the power. And I have you here. You will be silent. Or you will be silenced. Take him away.
Right. Come on. We're not afraid of death.
Be baptized in the name of Jesus Christ. You can all be baptized for the forgiveness of your sins. He was crucified, but he rose from the dead.
Impossible. Don't listen to him.
Why do you resist Jesus? He is your savior. The way to everlasting life.
Jesus is dead! And you will go the same way. Blasphemer!
No! Jesus is alive. They tried to kill him, but they failed. He is a true prophet. Our Messiah.
What do you know about the prophets? Your prophet put himself above the law. This boy knows nothing.
I know the scriptures.
Really? And you'll know Deuteronomy. Because he sought to entice you away from the Lord your God. Your hands shall be the first against him, and you shall stone him with stones until he dies!
I see the heavens opening. The Son of Man standing at the right hand of God.
Paul of Tarsus.
Yes, High Priest.
That incident today could have started a riot.
He was a heretic. He was trying to lead our people away from God. He got what he deserved. It was the will of the people.
Was it really? Perhaps you and I might serve the people's will together.
I could flush this scum out for you. But I need help.
What do you need?
Men. Money. Letters of introduction from you.
Malchus? My servant is at your disposal.
Let us eat.
We are blessed to receive.
Brothers and sisters, our Lord Jesus, on the night of his betrayal, took bread. And when he'd given thanks, he broke the bread. Welcome, friend. Please, sit with us and eat.
Trust me. I am not your friend. Take them! Go on! Run away!
This way!
Tell all your friends, all you followers of Jesus, that I, Paul of Tarsus, will find you. God is on my side! Where did they go? Suddenly no one's talking about Jesus. I don't believe they've just given up on him. So, where are they?
I don't know. I swear. Damascus! Someone said Damascus!
I don't know why they run from me. They should be grateful and saving them from God's judgment.
Do they even care about God?
No. They abandoned God to follow this dirty, uneducated scum. God! Whoa! Whoa! Who are you? Tell me who you are!
I am Jesus, whom you persecute.
No! No!
Ananias, go to the street called Straight. Ask for a man they call Paul of Tarsus.
Paul? But he beats us. He arrests your followers everywhere.
I have chosen him to proclaim my name to the world, to the Gentiles, their kings, and the sons of Israel.
Go.
Who's there? Who are you? Speak!
I am one of those you want to destroy.
Forgive me. I've wronged you. I've wronged God. My soul is on fire. Help me.
I have chosen him to proclaim my name to the world.
I'm sent by God. For you.
I know you.
You came to my house.
No. No. No, don't leave me. Oh, don't leave me.
I, Ananias, baptize you, Paul, in the name of Jesus Christ. For he has chosen you to change the world in his name.
In the name of Jesus Christ.
They say that Paul of Tarsus has recovered from his blindness and joined the Galileans. I'll find him for you.
And then? Will I have to send someone after you? No. Let them go. As Gamaliel said, if this is man's work, it will not succeed. If it is God's, we cannot fight it.
Paul may have converted, but there are still many keen to stamp out Jesus' followers.
Bring him out!
The disciple James, brother of John, has been captured by the authorities.
John.
Back!
John, come on. We must leave Jerusalem.
Jesus brought us here. He died here for us.
It's too dangerous. If we stay, we will all die. I'm not afraid of death.
None of us are. But Thomas is right. We can't speak of Jesus if we're dead. Travel safely, my friends.
John, I know it is hard to part from the people you love. But you are not alone. You never will be.
Much has changed.
Where will you go?
North, probably. To Ephesus.
Good luck.
We will meet again, Peter. On earth or in heaven.
Driven from Jerusalem, the disciples become missionaries, apostles, spreading the seeds of a new faith far and wide. No one goes further than Paul. He converts hundreds across the Mediterranean.
Welcome. Thank you.
But his previous life as a persecutor haunts him.
Paul of Tarsus.
And we know who you are.
I mean you no harm.
I have friends in Damascus. You paid them a visit. You meant them plenty of harm.
I've changed. I was blind. Now I can see.
Liar.
I did what I did because I was certain I was right. That I knew what God wanted. As you are certain now. But then Jesus came to me. Not in righteous anger or in judgment, but in love. And without love, we are nothing. Love is patient. Love is kind. It is not jealous. It does not boast. It is not proud. It keeps no records of wrongs. It rejoices with the truth. It bears all things. It believes all things. It hopes all things. It endures all things. When everything else disappears, faith, hope, and love remain. But the greatest of these is love. What is your name?
Luke.
Come with me, Luke. I can't do this alone.
Peter, you have done so much. I am proud of you, my fisher of men.
My Lord, I've done what you told me. We preached your word throughout Judea.
That is just the beginning. There are many across the world who will want to hear you.
Without you, it's just...
Open up in the name of Rome.
Answer it. Remember. The door is open to everyone.
You must come with us. Centurion Cornelius wants you.
Remember, the door is open to everyone. An angel came to me and told me to find you, to listen to all you have to say. Please, save me.
I'm just a man like you. It's Jesus who can save you. Come.
I, Peter, baptize you, Cornelius, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Cornelius is the first Roman to be baptized in the name of Jesus Christ.
You are welcome. Come with me, all of you. Everyone who believes in Jesus receives forgiveness in his name. Everyone.
Peter, come with me, and I will make you a fisher of men.
What are we gonna do?
Change the world.
The disciples take the gospel to the world's great cities: Antioch, Corinth, Rome, bringing hope to the oppressed.
I bring good news that will relieve your suffering. News of a great teacher, Jesus Christ. Open your hearts to Jesus, and you will have everlasting life.
Get him out of there!
But preaching of a new kingdom threatens those in power.
Brothers and sisters, we rejoice in our suffering because we know that suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance creates character. Character, hope.
Christian tradition says all the disciples die for their cause. Peter is crucified in Rome, upside down. Matthew is killed in Ethiopia. Thomas in southern India. And John is poisoned in Rome.
Paul, they're coming for you.
Take these. Something must survive. If not me, then my words at least. Go. Go. I fought a good fight. I finished the race. And I kept the faith.
Paul is beheaded by the Romans, but his words live on. His letters form nearly half of the New Testament. But the final chapter is yet to be written. The Romans failed to kill John. In frustration, they exile him to a penal colony in Greece, an island called Patmos. Here, John lives out his days and writes Revelation, the last book of the Bible.
The people today, they called you king. They think you are the Messiah.
Who do you think I am?
You are the Son of God.
What if he's not the one? We're risking our lives. For what?
He has shown us his power. We must have faith in him.
Don't be afraid. Trust in God. Trust in me also. You know the way to where I'm going.
We don't know where you're going. How can we know the way?
I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last. The beginning and the end.
My lord, I had been expecting death to come.
There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain. I am making everything new. Yes. I am coming soon. May the grace of the Lord be with all God's people.
Amen.